Welcome to AI Academy at the Life Academy, the future of education. My name is Amos Tarfa and I am the CEO of the Learning Institute for Excellence. We have courses in mathematics and science and AI that we will be providing to the world throughout the year. And this course will be focused on artificial intelligence. See, what is happening is there's so much change that at this point it is official. We need a major called artificial intelligence studies. Meaning that you understand the history of AI, you understand how AI works, you understand how to use it to do research, how to build businesses, how to solve problems. There's so much you can do with AI, but many people don't know how to use AI properly. So how do you use AI properly? Well, the first step, believe it or not, is to actually strengthen your math skills. I know, you're like, wait, what? I came here for AI studies. Why are you talking about math? Well, see, AI runs on mathematics. And those who understand some of those principles in mathematics will be able to use it more effectively. They'll be able to understand how to use it. The other thing to understand is there's different AI companies and different AI models. Which one is better for what? There's so much out there. How do they benchmark these things? There's so much to talk about. So imagine going to school for 4 years to study chemistry back in the day. Now imagine if you go to school for 4 years and you study AI. Like, we could do that, right? But there's no time for that. I know you don't have time for that. So why don't we do 4 weeks of intense studies on AI? But there's many dimensions: the good, the bad, the ugly, the concerns, the benefits, all of that. The technology, should we watch out for certain ways that we're using it? There's so much we could talk about with AI. So let's begin with this. The first step to realize, and actually I have a great example to help you understand AI. I visited a place in England a few months ago, actually it was about a year ago, and it was called the British Museum, okay, the British Museum of History. So I went to this place. It looked like you were in, the ancient Roman Empire, basically. They had different sections, the Greek era, the Roman era, and this and that. But there was something the guy said at the beginning of the what do you call it now? The beginning of the tour that blew my mind. Here's what he said. When I got into the place, my mind is thinking, okay, I could go here, I could go here, I could go here. And he says, guys, I've been here for months giving tours or however long he'd been there. And he said, you can't take in everything in this place in the amount of time we're here for, which was supposed to be like 2 or 3 hours. He's like, you can't learn everything in 2 or 3 hours. So just know that. Like, just get that out of your mind. You can come here every day for 2 months and not learn everything. Okay. That allowed me to calm down. Why did it allow me to calm down? Because I realized at that point that I'm going to just take in as much as I can take in and try to tailor things to the arenas I want. So for example, for me, math history. So I want to look at the Greeks and the Babylonians and the Romans and biblical history. I want to look at the stories from the Bible and in the museum. Like, they had carvings of kings doing things, and they had Esther in the Bible. They had one of the doors that would have been in the palace. I'm like, this is crazy. See, I had a goal. You need to have a goal in order to best make the best use of your time at the British Museum. You need to have a goal to make the best use of AI. What is your goal? Okay, so it's good to have a goal and use AI to do that well, but it's also good to have a general overview of understanding of how AI works. But the other thing about AI that is very important is understanding, how do I sharpen my thinking skills to be able to use it better? See, the crazy thing is that you can use AI to just, what is the capital of Nigeria? Enter. What is the capital of Kenya? Enter. Okay, you could be doing that with AI, but AI has so much more in capability. But how are you going to know about the capabilities if you don't spend time understanding different aspects of AI models? Here are the few models right away that everybody should probably download and have ready. OpenAI ChatGPT, Anthropic Claude, Gemini, Google Gemini, right? Those are key ingredients. So you get those AI tools, you have them ready. ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. And then those are called generative AI. So the generative AI tools, they are now being pushed towards the agentic AI dimension, some of them, but let's leave that for a second. These are great for generative AI. I want to generate an outline for starting a business. I want to generate an outline for what are the challenges in Nigeria, in Adamawa State. Well, I want to generate an outline for what are the challenges in Texas, USA that I can solve. Okay, so you generate some of those ideas. You generate an outline. It gives you could do deep research, which is a feature that will give you a lot of information. But you have to read, right? Or you have to find a way to sift through that information. So notice that the ability to read and comprehend is now very key. Now we shift to agentic AI. After I get all that I want, I can input it into agentic AI and say, build me a website for this business to do ABC. Now, here's the thing that is very important with agentic AI also. They are also going generative. Some of them are also becoming like generative. So very soon, what we're going to see is that one system will do agentic and generative. And I find that my agentic AI system can do both pretty well. Then you want to make flyers for your business. Maybe you want to make an event. Maybe you want to, you test both of them and see which one is creating better flyer quality for you. And then you can give that template to a graphic designer to then implement it better. The same thing with the website that has been created by agentic AI. It can create the website and then you give it to somebody to update the website for you. Okay, so we have generative AI, we have agentic AI. Where do we go from here? Make sure that you are reading good books, that you're sharpening your mind and sharpening your mind. Why? Because the more you do that, the better you'll be at using AI. See, it's not as easy as just saying, oh, I'm going to use this AI and I don't have to think for myself. See, that's the wrong way to use AI. What you want to do is keep strengthening your mind, and then you're using AI as a tool to keep challenging the ideas that you're trying to work on. So critical thinking, analytical thinking, logical processing, these are going to be very important. And what is one of the best ways to grow those skills? Learning math and up to calculus and beyond. And I have a tool called Counting to Calculus. You can find a YouTube page I have called Counting to Calculus, and you can watch more videos on math and how to get good at math. Everybody needs to get better at math. Everybody needs to get better at physics. Everybody needs to get better at philosophy. Everybody, if they want to know how to use AI well. Learning from philosophy and the humanities and history will help you learn to think better and know how to prompt AI better and know how to arrange your ideas better. It goes back to being strong and competent in those fields. In the age of AI, competence is key. Having a certificate is not enough. Are you competent? But then on top of that, are you good at learning to learn? And are you able to keep learning fast? This is going to be critical in the age of AI. There are people that have bachelor's degrees in America that will not be able to get into certain jobs in the workforce. Why? Because AI has replaced the jobs. So we need to be thinking ahead, knowing that AI will replace jobs, and it's already happening. Okay, AI can program better than many people. AI can build websites better than many people. So what does that mean for you and I? Don't just stay on the level of knowing how to use ChatGPT. Start thinking more about the math and the physics and the logic that powers ChatGPT. And then lastly, let me say this. Lifelong learning. If you become a doctor, you are required to keep learning every few years. You have to take certain exams, or you have to go through certain trainings. You have to realize that with AI, everybody is a lifelong learner, and every day there's another update. Okay, what does this mean to everything else that you know? You have to keep preparing and upgrading your knowledge in the age of AI. So don't be lazy. I won't be lazy. Let's not be lazy. Let's push forward and watch how we can transform societies using research and tools that are built using AI, which is a technology that can be used for good. But we'll talk again in another video. Can it be used for bad? And the answer is yes, 100%. Can you use cars for good? Yes. Can you use cars for bad things? Yes. Should you? No. But I'm saying technology is not just neutral in that sense. You have to be able to use it properly. So let's talk about let's talk about some of the things to watch out for with AI, but let's also talk about what it means to keep growing as a lifelong learner. Welcome to the AI Academy. You will be one of the best users of AI if you hang around here. So stay tuned for more. Have a blessed day and subscribe for more.